Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Darla Lucian of Darla Lucian Studios, and today we are going to use up some of our cut-off strips from crafting and make them into our version of washi tape. Well, you're not going to be able to see through it, so it'll be more like decorative tape, and that I think will be awesome. But before we get going, I am going to ask you to hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you for those who have. You are my peeps. And for those of you who haven't, do subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you will know when all the videos are coming out. Comment, how do you use up your scraps? It is always an ongoing thing with crafters, right? They just seem to multiply like rabbits. And share with other crafty people, and let's keep this inspiration rolling. Okay, I bet you've done this before. I bet you've had a pile of scraps, you've looked at them, and you've said to yourself, what the heck am I going to do with all of these? So, here is what my thought is for today. You're going to use a double-sided sticky tape, and this is really sticky. It is 1/4 of an inch or 5 millimeters, depending on who you are. And I just wanted to show you. So, I've got some, this is adult coloring page. This is some digital printout. And so, you know, you don't even have to do anything too fancy to these. You know, you could just put actually I don't even need these right now. Just take a strip of your double stick tape, put it down on there, and you have got a decorative edge that is ready to go. You just pull off the wax back on there and it is ready to roll. So same thing with something like this. This guy is a little bit fatter, shall we call him? And so we're going to do 2 strips on him. And this you can just tear off. I didn't do a very great job on tearing on that one, so I will probably trim it with the scissors. There we go. I'm going to trim this one too. Might as well just, oops, sorry about that. Alright. That wants to stick to me so badly. Alright, so then we're just going to put a little bit in the ends, right here, and a little bit for the other side, right here. But what happens, there you go. So what happens though, if you have all these plain ones? They're a little bit boring maybe. You know, I've got lots of pieces cut off from making journal pages fit. And so what if we use our stamps and stamp some? So I'm pretty excited about how some turned out. I did a bunch earlier. I did a video earlier that did not record for some reason. And so that was kind of frustrating. But we are going to give it a go again. So you can do a variety of sizes like this, and look, I'm going to try this. This is more mustard, Stampin' Up color, and this is, I have 2003. This is a 2003 Stampin' Up stamp, and so I'm just going to put. Yeah, actually, I don't think the brown is going to work with this as much. I am going to just do a pattern with the pears. And I really like just kind of being a bit random with and yeah, I don't know, it's good, right? It's all good. Alright, and so then, now that I have used up my stamp, I'm just going to stamp off the ink on this. This is one of the 2-ply from the napkins that we took apart for fall. And there we go. So these ones are going to need the stick tape on the back, but I will do it kind of in an assembly line fashion. Alright, so that's pretty good, right? What if we have some different shades? This is cardstock, actually, feels like. And this is coffee dye paper, so let's give these a try. These are all different. Let's do a maple leaf, and let's do it in cranberry crisp. Oh, this one's not going to want to stay. Alright, well that's fine. Well, let's make sure you do. Oh, and I have this one as a bit of file folder, which is is always fun. So with this, I just realized I don't want to do a double image imprint because it's not bright enough for it to be clear when you're only seeing part of the image, what it actually is. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's slide these up a little. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's get rid of these shorties. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe a little bit there. Alright, so these ones look fabulous. Look at how quickly this goes, right? Let's get this guy over here. Running out of spots. It's probably a good thing. Maybe this one will be ready to be added to our autumn. Let me fold it the other way. I forgot I have the inside part yet. On the other outside side. Anyway, there we go. Good. Alright, so that's red and yellow. I'm going to pull them off just to give us a little more space here. Alright. So the other thing that I thought would be kind of cute was to do, I have this, where's that little guy? Little nut, little acorn. And I thought he'd be fun to do. And I have some scrapbook paper, but it's kind of plain, and a piece from a book page. It's actually a very stiff paper from the book page, so it's kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens here with our acorns. And I'm going to make them very random as well, because, you know, that way you're not tied to how you have to have it on the page. You can just kind of have it whichever way it needs to be. Oh, it's really taking the ink nicely. These ones are beautiful. Alright, last one I think. Let's see here, like that. Oh, and we're getting a little partial up there. Alright, where's that acorny one? Alright. Nice. So those are cute. I think those will be fine. Now what about this fatter one? What if we used a little bit of only orange on this foam stamp? So I have to kind of ink it onto the stamp rather than the stamp onto the pad. Let's see what we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more time, let's see. I like how this is looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay, we're still recording. I'm so excited about that. That was not the case earlier. Alright, let's add this to our acorn one. Let's add a little orangey checkerboard. Why not? Hey, why not? Okay, so that's pretty cool. So then I had this idea about doing something kind of, that's the orange one. Do I have a red one somewhere? I thought I had a red one. What did I do with it? Did I use it already? Maybe I did. Okay, I'm not sure where that really red one went. So I'm going to grab back my Cranberry Crisp. That'll be fine. Okay, so this one is a nice little kind of a swirl pattern. Oh yeah, this is pretty. It's kind of subtle because it's tone on tone, and this is more of a muted color, but still lovely, still very lovely. So I'm going to put some of these here. See what we get. I'm going to try it in green. Wait. All right. So I'm going to be a little bit different on this one. I'm going to do kind of an angled thing. Lovely. I like how that looks. Just adding it to my collection. Got a whole collection on the floor. I'm going to do kind of an assembly line or a mass make later to put the tape on the back. It's just faster if you have kind of a system in place. Alright, so then the other thing I wanted to try, let's see, is this is like a background stamp. It's got like dotted circles. So I'm going to give that a try and see how happy we can be with that. Oh yeah, that's lovely. And I don't mind the image being ghosting a little, or not being quite as clear for the second imprint. It's not bad. And it does create kind of an interesting pattern that way. There. Those are going to be great. Might even add a word or something on those. Let's add the dots on here. Kind of goes with the Christmas colors. Alright, what else did we want to try? I think we'll try on this. This is just a bit of like ledger paper. I don't know if I do orange dots. Could be interesting because it's kind of has a hint of green. Wow, I was able to go all the way down since that was so narrow. Perfect. Well, that'll be fun. Let's take off that little end there. So this will be more interesting to put the tape down because of the holes, but we'll give it a try and see what happens. Okay, so I think we're going to call that good for the stamping, because guess what I have? These are the ones I'm going to put away because they are not going to get done in this video. But here is all the ones between this video and the last video that I was able to get stamped. So some is on cardstock. This is actual greeting card, I believe. Coffee dyed paper. Yeah, more kind of cardstock. This is scrapbook paper, but it's a little stiffer. I even stamped on this one, which is that adult coloring stuff. File folder. This seems to work for everything. And here's this one, a painty paper that I had done. This is just coffee paper with paint on it, like watercolor paint, and then stamped on with that dot pattern. Looks pretty good, right? So simple to do this. Anybody can do this. You can find this two-sided tape just about anywhere. You know, whatever hardware store, Walmart, Dollar Tree even, possibly. Can't quite remember where I got this, but look at that. It's just so slick. You can, like, especially the skinny ones, you can get them done real fast. Just peel and stick and slide back along to stick it down. I'm not sure how it's going to sit on this file folder, so that'll be an interesting little experiment here. Oh yeah, no, it's good. It's good, still good. I'm so excited about this. Won't it be handy to have this all ready to go? And you can just grab these borders real quick, or these decorative edges real quick for whatever project you want. have them at the ready. Uh-oh. It's starting to stick to me here. I must be getting a little gummy on my finger. Oh, I kind of overdid here. Well, these things happen. I am going to use my scissors to just trim up the end rather than get all stuck up myself on my fingers. Pretty quick though, right? Pretty quick. Here, run along, rip it off. Next one, make sure that the side is down that I want to stick down. There we go. The coffee dyed paper really seemed to absorb the red ink nicely, so that's kind of fun. That means that it's a nice crisp image that way. And see these ones with the acorns on the brown, that looks really nice, hey? Kind of happy about that. Come on. Oi! Well, that went a little sideways. Literally. When we go to stick it on, it'll be fine. Gotta be a little more careful with my fanciness, I guess. Do I dare? Yeah, it worked. Of course. Now it's stuck to my finger. Okay, there we go. So the mass make on this works really quick because you build this assembly line and you get so much work done in such a short amount of time, and it allows you to just do more crafting. You know, it's like prepping your tools before you get started, and then it allows you to, wow, this one's a little curly. It allows you to just kind of get going once you start crafting. It's so slick. Alright, so let's see how this is going to work. I'm thinking 2 stripes on this one. One down this side. And then one down this other side. And I think that'll do for us. Yep. See, it wasn't so bad. And this one I'm going to put 2 stripes on too, just because it's a little bit heavier and it's a little wider. It's a heavier weight, it's cardstock, and it's a little wider than some of the others, so just to make sure that it's not going to shift or whatever. There we go. This is a fun way to use craft supplies up too. You know, one of the things, just being more frugal and trying to use up the supplies that we already have. That's something I think we've all taken away from the pandemic, and maybe from before even, is just seeing what you have in your house and seeing what you use. Like, this was just a scrap off a book, and perfect. It's going to be great little border on maybe a pocket or a tag. It's going to be lovely. Oh goodness, let's come back a little. Oh, actually if you come all the way back, let's try that again. I took some of the construction paper goodness off, but I think it'll be okay. So let's try it. But these twistier ones have been in my scrap pile for a bit longer, and that means that they need to get used before they are destroyed. Alright, so this one's a little fatter too, so I'll do a double on this guy too. These flatter ones are just a lot easier to work with, aren't they? Just stick and rip. Stick and rip. So good. So quick. What do you guys do with your scraps? Have you come up with an idea like this before? Stamping them up? Have you done other kinds of things on them? I wonder what else we could do with strips. I mean, we've done a few different videos now, as I have so many strips, as you know. So many. And construction paper strips tend to be something that I get a lot of because their construction paper is just a little bit wider than regular book pages, which is what I usually make my journals to suit, is the 8.5 by 11. Oh, geez, that's a little short. Alright, well, let's just add a little on the end here. It'll be fine. I'm just kind of piecing it together there. That'll be alright. Okay. Yes, these curly up ones are tricky. These flatter ones, they are so much handier. Oh, what you get? Man, I'm going to have such goodness ready for my fall journals and my Christmas collections this year. It's going to be awesome. I love having stuff prepared ahead. It just has such a nice feeling of, all right, when you got your idea, you can just sit down and go with your crafting inspiration. And you know, stuff like this, like putting the tape on the back at least, maybe not the stamping part, but putting the tape on the back would be a good in front of the TV kind of a job, or listening to a podcast kind of job. And, you know, you can do it without thinking too hard. And then when you're done, you've got so much stuff that's been so productive, you know. Ooh, I like how this one turned out. It's one of my faves. I think that's going to be a good one for the fall kits. Oh, the pear one, right. Nice. Ooh. My fingers are starting to get a little tacky from this, from the sticky tape. I think that it has removed any oils that were on my fingers whatsoever, and I have nothing between me and the sticky tape. Anyway, so you can see I'm going to be here for a little while longer yet. But it doesn't take too long to get a few things done. And they all look so good. So good. Okay, I didn't want it sticking there. Come on. Let's go over a little. There, that's better. But this one is a bit over on this end, so tear that off. Oh, I forgot. It sticks to my fingers when I do that. Okay. Oh yeah, these are those simple ones with just the dots on. They turned out so cute. And they're going to be really good. You know, like, one thing to do is to think about, like, okay, what's your projects that are coming next, and then do something specific for them. But then sometimes things like this, for example, are good for kind of like whichever project is coming up next. I mean, green with dots can be used on almost anything. And this one was the checkerboard pattern, those two. Nice. Oh, it's making me giggle because I'm so sticky now. Like a kid playing with mud pies, it feels like. Just getting as grubby as you can get. Uh-oh, went over again. I don't want to throw it in my pile without that end ripped off, or it'll stick to maybe the front of another one, and I don't want that to happen. Oh, it's still sticking to my fingers. See what I'm saying? It's very sticky. Oh, yeah. Can't seem to get the end. All right, there we go. It was coming apart on this end, so that's why I kind of gave it a little extra length so I could tear it. Well, what is your projects for today? Are you working on something like this? Using up your scraps or your stash, or what you doing? I always like to hear about what other crafty people are up to. It inspires me to keep going. And I don't know about you, but it's kind of fun just to know, you know, other people are out there working on projects and getting their things accomplished and created. So thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I appreciate comments. I appreciate the likes. You guys are great. And so we will just catch you in the next video. And thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.